Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. The second week of the Elarite Heat season has officially begun. And with it comes a new 7-day event group. Trade Routes. Just like last week, Trade Routes is divided into 3 different events, and over the next few days we're going to break down each one, understand where the value is, and eventually take a closer look at the Caravan Hall and what we should actually prioritize there. But before we begin, Guardians, we owe you an apology. Last week, we weren't able to cover the final event as we normally would. Some members of our team are currently on vacation, and unfortunately, I simply couldn't reach everything in time. That's completely on us. We know many of you follow these videos specifically to help plan your resources during the season, so we're truly sorry. We'll make sure it doesn't happen again. Now, let's move forward. Because Trade Routes has arrived with a few changes, but the overall format remains exactly what we've been enjoying. 3 events, 7 days. And today, we're starting with the first one. Roads Unlocked. And Guardians, I have to say it again. I really like this 7-day format. Looking around the community, it seems many of you feel exactly the same. Less rushing. More time to plan. More opportunities to manage resources. And Roads Unlocked is another relatively straightforward event. We have 7 tasks across 7 days. So let's go through them. Starting with the easiest one. Day after day. Simply log into the game every day and collect your rewards. Nothing complicated. Nothing to spend. Just remember to enter the game and claim your progression. You'll collect sigils, coins and season pass points simply for being there. Easy rewards. And absolutely no reason to miss them. Next comes Generous Soul. And Guardians, by now you already know our opinion about VIP tasks. This is completely personal. If you're already planning to spend money during the season, then of course, getting additional rewards for something you were going to do anyway is always welcome. But never look at a VIP task and feel like you need to spend money simply because the quest exists. Your account. Your budget. Your decision? Hero Wars should always fit around what you're comfortable spending, not the other way around. So take the additional value if it already fits your plans. If it doesn't, move on. There are plenty of other tasks to complete. Next we have Hidden Reserves. And this one has changed slightly. This time, we're looking at spending up to 15,000 fairy dust each day. By completing these milestones, you'll be collecting sigils, coins, season pass points, soul stones, rune stones, and adventure coins. For developed accounts, 15,000 fairy dust daily may be relatively easy to manage. But for newer Guardians, this is where you need to be a little more careful. Don't destroy your resources just because there's a progress bar sitting in front of you. Look at what you have. Look at what you're currently building. And decide whether completing every single milestone actually makes sense for your account. Remember, an event should help your progression. Your progression shouldn't suffer just so you can finish an event. Then we move to on a Titanic scale. And this one should be much more accessible. Spend 12,000 Titan potions each day. That's it. And in return, you're collecting sigils, coins, and Electo Soul Stones, season pass points, and adventure coins. For anyone actively developing Titans, this is basically an opportunity to combine normal progression with additional season rewards. If you already have titans that need levels, perfect. Upgrade them during the event and collect the additional value at the same time. Next comes Beyond the Horizon. This one is connected to expeditions. And there's something important to understand here. The daily requirement reaches 8 expeditions. Without Valkyrie's favor, completing all 8 becomes more difficult because you're normally looking at 7 daily expeditions. With Valkyrie's favor, that additional expedition makes completing the full daily requirement much easier. And yes, Valkyrie's favor can also be useful for players actively developing their artifacts because of the additional daily artifact coin benefits. But once again, it's optional. We're not here to tell you where you need to spend your money. If you already use Valkyrie's favor, great. You have an advantage for this task. If you don't, take the progression your account naturally allows and move forward. By starting expeditions, you'll collect sigils coins, season pass points, adventure coins and adventure energy. Then we arrive at Tower Trophy. Open up to 25 tower chests. For free-to-play Guardians, this is another task where completing every daily milestone may not be realistic through normal free progression alone. If you're opening around 11 chests daily without additional spending, then that's the progression you work with. And that's perfectly fine. The rewards include sigils coins, season pass points, adventure energy, adventure coins, and rune stones. Again, don't look at the final milestone and automatically assume you must reach it. Calculate the cost. Look at the reward. Then decide. And finally, the classic one returns. Payback time. Defeat 10 adventure bosses while playing as the raid leader. Here you'll be collecting adventure coins, rune stones, rune spheres, together with realm resources. Nothing particularly complicated. Participate in adventures, take advantage of your opportunities to lead the raid, and progress through the task naturally throughout the event. So Guardians, that's roads unlocked. A few things have changed, but overall, this isn't a difficult event. Actually, I'd say it's quite comfortable. 7 days gives us plenty of time, most tasks connect naturally with normal account progression, and you don't need to panic trying to complete everything immediately. But before we finish, I want to give you an early warning about something that could become very important this week. The Caravan Hall. Because inside that shop, we have multiple talismans. And more importantly, Kayla's Relic Shards. And unlike situations where Relic Shards are divided across multiple events and you have to wait before you can actually unlock the relic, this time, the shop appears to give us the possibility of reaching the full 50 Kayla Relic Shards during this event. So naturally, we did the calculation, based on the costs we're currently looking at. 6 purchases at 7,500 sigils coins. 2 purchases at 12,500. And 2 purchases at 17,500. That gives us a total of 105,000 sigils coins. So if the final purchase remains repeatable as expected, 105,000 sigils coins is the number we're currently looking at to reach all 50 Kayla Relic Shards. Keep that number in mind. Because if your main objective this week is unlocking Kayla's relics, don't start throwing sigils coins everywhere before we understand how many you can realistically obtain. And if Kayla isn't your priority and you're instead hunting valuable talismans, there are several interesting options. But from what we're seeing, 3 deserve particular attention. Kayla's second talisman, Dorian's talisman, and Lian's Talisman. Those are among the options we would be looking at very carefully depending, of course, on your account and what you're actually building. But don't rush yet. This is only the beginning of trade routes. Tomorrow we'll return with the second event. And once we've explored all 3 parts, we'll go deeper into the Caravan Hall itself. We'll calculate how many sigils coins we can realistically obtain, what the minimum progression can give us, which talismans deserve priority, and most importantly, whether reaching those 50 Kayla Relic Shards is genuinely a realistic target without sacrificing too much elsewhere. So for now, collect your coins, manage your fairy dust, use those Titan potions wisely, and don't spend your caravan currency just because something shiny is sitting in front of you. This week is about knowing the destination before choosing the route. Stay with us throughout trade routes, Guardians. There's plenty more to break down. And we'll see you tomorrow for part 2. Until then, stay strong, enjoy the season. And as always, salute and friendship.